let me get to your news. And it was this story in BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is an online clickbait channel. And it's written by a journalist named Mark DiStefano. It was actually about our mutual friend Tommy Robinson. I'll read the headline. YouTube says Tommy Robinson will no longer be able to make money from his videos. And then the subheadline is, we have suspended ads on Tommy Robinson's YouTube channel as it breaches our advertising policies, a spokesperson told BuzzFeed News. It seems to me, Mark, that what happens is you have an activist journalist from some left-wing clickbait site like BuzzFeed who works with YouTube or Twitter or PayPal or Facebook and calls them up in a really friendly way, but also a slightly threatening way and says, oh, I see Tommy's still there. Well, what about Mark Meechan? Are you okay with his stuff? I'm writing a report. You better give me a good answer. I'm going to press in an hour. You got to tell me in an hour, is Count Dankula and Mark Meechan still going to get ads on your channel? Because, boy, I sure wouldn't want to write that story. And so YouTube reacts, and it's a mob forming up. It's not journalism. It's stimulating a particular story. That's my thesis. What do you think?
Oh, no, I definitely believe that. As far as, because obviously in order for him to get the comments from YouTube, he had to liaise directly with them. And obviously during the conversation, I'm pretty certain that my name must have come up because the guy obviously intended to insert me in the article, which is why he wrote about me in the article, and he just directly called me far right, because that's just what they do. Lies is all they have. And so obviously YouTube are a bit, you know, they're very, very skittish, especially since the whole adpocalypse, especially when it comes to the media sniffing around about what certain channels have ads running on it. So I've obviously been mentioned at some point during Mark DiStefano's conversation with YouTube, and then in his article he calls me far right. So obviously YouTube have just decided to err on the side of caution and just demonetize every single video on my channel. And the only way that I found out about it was when Mark DiStefano himself DM'd me asking about the monetization on my channel. I just thought, that's a little bit strange. Why is he asking me about that? So I went in to check, and sure enough, every single video was demonetized. So basically, this BuzzFeed journalist knew about my channel's demonetization before I even did, and apparently I'm supposed to sit there and not think there's some kind of connection here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and simply from a privacy point of view, that would be like someone calling you up and saying, oh, hi, I've heard you've been evicted from your apartment. Well, how would you possibly know that unless my landlord told you? I mean, like before you, like, I mean, that's an extreme example, but really, if they can shut off your livelihood making money from YouTube videos, and if they can shut off your banking, for example, our friend Tommy Robinson had his PayPal account severed for similar reasons. Well, why couldn't they kick someone out of an apartment? Why couldn't they call up your landlord and say, oh, you know who Mark Meechan is. He goes by the online name Count Dankula. Is that really the kind of tenant you want? And if it was a local mom and pop kind of tenant, they might not care. But if it was a corporate tenant, they say, oh, well, you're obviously a racist company. Should we tell other prospective tenants that you're a racist? Like, I could absolutely see they go for social media, they go for demonetization, they try and get, why wouldn't they be able to kick you out of your apartment?
Well, that's the path we're going down. Like, you've seen it as well. Like, see, for example, if you have the wrong opinions, you know, apparently being a straightforward libertarian that just wants everyone to be free and live and let live makes you a Nazi. Apparently, even having you know, a basic political stance like that, I feel a pretty good one. People will try and get you to lose your job, lose your income, not be able to get another job. I mean, there was even, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry that I'm not able to remember her name, but I believe that there was a woman who was trying to find an apartment in Washington. And as soon as everybody found that she was Republican, Trump supporter, places were denying her basically a place to stay. So that's just a sign of that's the path that we are starting to go down. If you have the wrong opinion, people will seek to deny basic amenities and services to you until you change your mind. And but apparently people like us are the fascists.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.